Hello world, hello world. Welcome back to my channel. Call me Biz. Nate Bargatze. It's one of them. I'm sure it's one of them. Teen moms have the right idea. Okay, look, I reviewed this guy before. I reacted to this guy before. I thought he was pretty funny. Definitely got a laugh out of me. And I like his style, you know, he's kind of chill. He's different, all right? So, I'm ready to check this one out. Plus, I like the title of this. Teen moms have the right idea. What do you mean by that? Look, if you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button. Like the video. If you like the video, leave a comment. Let me know that you are here. If you ain't got nothing to say, just be like, I was here. I appreciate it. That's love. No more ghost watching. All right, let's get it.
It's our first kid. I don't know if we had a kid too late in life. Sometimes I wonder. Like, you know, I'm 35. I was 33 when she was born. And like, because you ever ask someone that has kids, you're like, when's the best time of your life? They will say before they have kids or after their kids move out. There's like 20 years they don't mention, and that's when kids are in their house.
Fuck them kids.
So by the time my daughter moves out, I'll be 53. I'll be dead within hours. So I've just pushed it too far, you know? Like I should have done it earlier. Like I watched that show Teen Mom, and I was like, man, those girls are nailing it.
Tragic.
Like that's what... Just get it over with, you know? No one likes junior high or high school anyway, so just throw a kid in the mix. Wrap it all up. If I had my daughter at 13, she'd be moved out right now. Right now, she'd already be gone.
Yo, if you think
I will be excited, like, I'll be excited when she goes, like when she goes to school, like to do homework with her and stuff, you know? Because it's like bonding, and it's not gonna hurt for me to do one more run through. Just one more pass. None of it stuck for me. I went to community college for 1 year. Dude, yeah, a couple of us, just me and this guy. Did you go for longer than a year? Or 1 year too? Or did you go to real college?
I did
Couple
both.
years. Oh, all right. Valedictorian over here, gee. Just, I made it one, and what's even more embarrassing that I do not have a credit. Literally, I have 0 credits. Do you have credits? You got credits, like all of them? Did you graduate community college? You think you're better than me? No, I just started the tag. He's like, I don't know. It's easy, I think, to graduate. Like you know, my loan was $40. I just paid cash. That's all.
Get out your back pocket.
I was like, this is good. He was like, that's more than enough.
That was good.
I was all remedial classes, which remedial, you know, it's like, they don't count. None of them count. So all my classes were outside. Everyone was outside. We wouldn't even meet inside the building. We would just meet at a picnic table outside because our teacher was like, well, you guys will all be working outside. We're going to teach you about weather, you know? And like, we're going to teach you about morning dew, how to get your socks wet. You'll be getting up pretty early the rest of your life. I hope you guys like sunrises, because you're going to see a lot of them.
It's a tough path.
That's what remedial classes are for. They're a heads up that you're going to do manual labor.
Yeah, you're like, what's up?
The assignments, our teacher's like, all right, so today's assignment is we're going to help me move. So, I think that's the requirements for community college. Is like, you gotta have a car and like live in your parents' house still, like, or your kids move out of your house. Like that's the other thing. Like kids, like it's just in remedial too. It's like I'm just with old people that are like, you know, I don't know. They're like, you're mad at them because they're asking all those questions. You're like, quit asking questions, all right? I'm trying to do what you did when you were 18, so don't come ruin it for me. I fall for a lot of stuff. I really do. Like I worry about, you know, catfish, like getting catfish. Do you know that? That's another MTV show. I like what MTV's doing right now.
Shouts to catfish.
If you get tricked on the internet is what being catfished is. And the big famous story was Manti Te'o, the football player that believed in the fake girlfriend. And when I saw that, I was like, I get it. I would fall for that. I knew I would. I mean, I'm 35. I still do not sleep with socks on because my dad told me my feet can't breathe when I was a kid. I still believe that. So you bet I could talk to a fake woman for quite a while. A long time. I almost joined the Army when I was 18 just because they called. That was the only reason.
Wow. Nah,
I thought I got picked. I was like, oh, wow, this is an honor. Like,
You're way too gullible.
I also signed up for a JCPenney credit card at 18 because they called and I was like, man, this day is getting crazier and crazier. I would love it. I would love a credit card. I just got called for the Army. I'll go get some stuff. My mom had to go get me out of all of that. My mom had to call the Army and JCPenney in the same day. She was like, he's not doing any of this. He got to the phone quicker than he usually does, so.
How did you survive? What?
Just so you know, the JCPenney credit card was the tougher to get out of. If you want to know it all. I'm pretty dumb. I tell people I'm dumb. I'm like, hey, I'm dumb. But no one goes like, okay. They're just always like, I bet you're not dumb. And you're like, well, I'm trying to help you out here. We're about to have a conversation, so I'm just trying to give you a heads up.
Self-awareness is key, man. I appreciate that.
Here's a story. I can prove it. If I need it, I prove it. Like everybody's like, no, we don't need proof. Here's my proof. Is when I was 15, my first job was in Nashville. It was at Opryland theme park. We used to have an amusement park. And I was working, and I'm sitting eating lunch, and this couple sits down, and we start talking and stuff. I was like, I'm Nate. And the guy's like, I'm John. This is my wife, Jane. And their last name was Doe. So
wow.
It was John and Jane Doe. And I was just like, that's the craziest thing. Like, what are the odds of that, Like, that's so crazy. Couldn't believe it. Cut to earlier this year. I'm 35, I'm driving, and I'm thinking about John and Jane Doe. And, I was like, I bet they were lying to me about that. That's how long it took, 20 years. For me to catch on to a joke they wouldn't remember saying. I don't think they would remember it. They'd be like, maybe we did that? Well, it worked. It worked so good. I tried to Google them because I was like, maybe they're not lying, I'll find them and go talk to them. But I'm sad to report they were murdered. Yeah.
That's what usually happens.
Yeah, it's not good.
They get murdered.
It's like I think of it like time traveling. Like if I could go back in time, if I could go back in time tonight and go back to the 20s, knowing everything I know right now, I don't think I would make a difference. I don't think you guys would even hear about it. I don't think you would. I just don't, because I don't have anything to get, I would go back and I would see some guy on an old phone and I'd be like, hey, eventually they have phones you carry in your pocket. And they're like, yes, how do they do it? I'm like, I don't know how they do it.
To be honest,
I think it's a satellite. They're like, what's a satellite? Oh, I should have even said that. It's like metal. Metal's got to go pretty high in the air. I don't know if you guys are doing it. I don't even know if I could prove I'm from the future. I don't even think I could. I think I would just get stuck because they would want something who's the next president? Oh boy. Abraham Lincoln, you guys are gonna love him. He's really good.
Oh my God.
They just think I'm from the past. That's what they would like. It would just look like, they don't have to get a regular job. I would just have to wait tables or something in the 20s. I would go back in time and do worse than I'm doing right now.
Yo, that was good. You know what's funny? A lot of people think they're smarter than they are. I see movies that's people they go back in the past and then they create Google. It's do you think Do you think if you don't have the capacity to create Google now, and Google has already been done, like you don't even have the capacity to create a competitor, do you think you could go back in the past and create, like it's already been done, like you could study it, you could research it, it's been done. How many people have created a competitor? Think about everything. Think about your cell phone, right? You have no idea how they make this. You can learn, but most people don't know. We only know how to function things. Somebody said this, if all the people who create shit, like all the scientists and shit were to die today, bro, we'll all be done. We don't know how to do none of this stuff. I don't know how to make a fucking computer. If the people who make computers died, the minute my computer like has any damage or anything like that, it's over. Like that'll be the end of computer making, all right? It's gonna take us generations and generations to find another nigga that could make a computer. If all the ones that could die today. You understand what I'm saying? So it sounds funny and it sounds like he's dumb, but he's really not dumb. He's just the average person. The average person don't know shit about shit. That's just the truth. Yo, go back to the teen moms, got the right idea. First of all, this guy's hilarious. Let me get that out the way. Like, I had a great time watching that. His punchlines are so fire and relatable. But look, go back to the teen mom thing, right? It only feels like the right decision at the end. Here's why I say this. I know people who had kids very early. And trust me, during that time, it was hell, you know? It only starts to feel like the right decision when those kids become like teenagers. They're like 17, 18, you feel me? Now, I guess you already got all the kids. Yo, I know people, like some elders of this church that I do volunteer work with, their grandkids got kids. You feel me? So they literally get to see their like lineage and be a part of that and be of influence. When you look at it that way, that's amazing. But when you having that baby young, it's not that amazing. Like everybody's gonna shun you. And another thing too, he said he was 33. Well, this was 5 years ago and he was 35. So he's like 40 now, right? I don't think it's ever too late to have kids. I only say that because I don't have kids. I want kids, but not now. Like, but I don't think, like, one of my cousins just have a kid, right? Every chance he gets, he throw it in my face. You should have one. You should. Oh, they're great. You should have one. People always say that, but then I feel like it gotta be the right time for you. If you have a child at the wrong time, I guess they ain't never the right time. But some people. This is gonna be horrible to say. Some people, I just don't think they should have kids. Like, I don't think it's beneficial for the kid at all. But anyways, that's just me. Yo, shout out to Nate. Nate is hilarious. I want to see more from Nate. So y'all let me know what's next in the comment section below. Also, if you made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know that you were here. I will see y'all in the next one. And guess what? You better be there. Peace.